Hello mortals, it's been almost a year, but first a question. Tell me, do you have a vested interest in firearms, capitalism, and genocide? Good, because Deep Rock Galactic is a game built by developers seeking to escape the capitalist dystopia they live in by building a capitalist dystopia in video games. Taking place in Hoxes County, Florida, you are sent in to kick rocks, speedrun genocide by eradicating the biodiversity, and collect the children of your enemies. But we'll get back to that. This game has so much masculinity in it they forgot to include women. Very based at the devs, but such greatness comes at a cost, as the company you work for is one of the only ones where you pay them to get promoted. This is even more of a scam than fucking car insurance. Before we get to killing, we have to pick a class. Right now there's just one in the game, short man with big gun. Okay, I lied, there's two other classes to choose from. Let's start off with one of my favorites, or rather, one of my friend's favorites. Do you remember this guy? He is the same one that helped me get the clip of the loot bugs. If you don't, that is fine too, as that event has not occurred yet, unless you do remember it, in which case, I fear you. Despite being a registered chiropractor, Driller is played exclusively by psychopaths.
I love C4. Alright. See you back on the space rig.
Hey. He does shit like this daily. As for his weapons, he has the least of them among the classes, but they do the most psychological damage to the enemy. And all of them are especially effective if you are a war criminal and banned from at least 3 countries. For his primary weapons, we have the flamethrower. It throws flames. Second, we have the cryocannon. It throws cold. Third, we have the sludge pump. It throws whatever this is. Even though I sacrificed my firstborn son to the devs, he is still without a secondary weapon. Unless you want to count the drills. But let's be honest, in what world are we saving fuel for the bugs instead of using all of it to swim through soil and go through walls as if they were never there? At the very least, he has a dedicated button for team killing. There's nothing quite as cathartic as atomizing your compatriots. Next up is the class that plays itself. Engineer has 2 friends in there, Smith and Wesson, and sometimes Remington. He is called Engineer for a reason. You know what that means. Sentries and a shotgun. But this shotgun you can make fully automatic. That means I don't have to let go of the trigger. Ever. He also has access to a pea shooter that is electric for reasons, and a smart rifle that aims for you. Go SmartCore, get those pests. His secondaries include a grenade launcher that sometimes launches you into the stratosphere or nukes the enemies into oblivion. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And he has 2 different kinds of lasers, alternating and direct. However, with so many guns to feed, it is inevitable that you will eventually run out of bullets, so be prepared to go melee only. I also have something that I forgot to include in the latest draft of the script. However, it's already been edited, so you're all going to suffer with me. Sus. If you want enough bullets to arm a small country, pick Gunner. Also pick Gunner if you're the kind of guy who likes to cosplay as an American who open carries to church, to make sure the sinners are rightly punished. Gunner has one of the best problem solvers in the game, excessive amounts of ammunition. If your problem is not solved, you're not throwing enough bullets at it. Every single one of his guns has a box mag. We are going to conveniently ignore the fact that all of them take 3 business days to reload. One of these bullets has your name on it, we just gotta find it. With his secondaries, you are given the illusion of choice. Unlike with Driller, you get to pick between 3 different pistols that look like they're unique, but functionally they're identical. I'm also going to talk about the rest of his kit because I can. We've got access to various grenades, including the grenade, fire, and gun. Side note, all of my friends are really shit at playing catch. Oh hey look, it's target practice. He has just decided to drop by. That is excellent, because I have just run out of bugs to shoot. I would say he belongs 6 feet under, but we are already several thousand feet beneath the surface. If you have read the Cask of Amontillado, you already know how this ends. I hope you have found a class you like. Oh, you haven't? Too bad, it's mission time. Turn off gravity, slap the dice, hit subscribe, and stand by for Titanfall. I've made a mistake. For my viewers that have had a lobotomy recently, we are in a cave, and yes, you can't eat the topsoil, but more importantly, welcome to the darkness. It is dark in here, like really dark. So dark in fact that a blind person could probably navigate this without any issues. You can even turn off your flashlight if you want to play a horror game and not a shooter. Now then, there are various caverns that we can explore. This one has bisexual lighting. This biome is good for lizards like me, and this biome is bad for lizards like me. And this one gives you cancer. Now that we have studied the terrain and learned its weaknesses, we can tackle the mission types. Killing bees is cool and all, but the reason we are actually here is to get those minerals. Collect Morkite is when they send you in to collect pebbles, rocks, and other trinkets, and then send them back to management to sell them at hilariously upmarked prices. Collect Liquid Morkite is like the previous entry, except all the pebbles, rocks, and trinkets are now in liquid form. Now that the objective is a fluid, we can drink— No. See, here's the thing, I lied. Pumps, refineries, liquid rocks, this is just oil. Do not tell America, otherwise they might give us a little taste of democracy and indirectly tell us why they do not have healthcare. Point extraction is what happens when you ban me from the Abyss Bar for drinking on the job.
I'm so drunk. He deserves my paycheck. Fine, let's go to work.
I steal a rocket and take it to go look for shiny goodies and marbles like the crow that I am. Every action I take is a good one, including the ones that hurt me. Sometimes we grow too greedy. Sometimes we dig too deep. Sometimes my friend breaks open all the cocoons prematurely. Why are you like this?
Oops, clumsy me. Anyways, Carl could do it. There's many angry bugs thanks to me. Come in this hole.
In each of these harrowing instances, unspeakable horrors are unleashed. They are very big and very scary, but it is imperative that we maintain a monopoly on both gold and violence in equal measure. So it's time to print and it's time to tear. Just watch out for the rock attack. Escort duty is all about Doretta. This is Doretta. You will protect her, even if it means sacrificing yourself to the Green Horde. And if you fail, two things will happen. Firstly, I will same-day ship a pipe bomb to your house. And secondly, management will be pissed for you losing a whole drill dozer. However, they will reprimand you by doing absolutely nothing, because there is no pain greater than losing Doretta. Egg collection is exactly what you think it is. Why? Because I'm hungry and I really love omelets. Don't worry, I have remembered to discuss the industrial-grade Roombas. You know, the ones sent by the IRS to kill us for evading taxes. How do we deal with engineering of such quality? Here we have Hexy. His only purpose is to send malware to their mailbox until their power generators just fucking explode? Following that up, we rip out the 12-gauge batteries powering the force field and then kill that tetrahedron dead by carefully and delicately flattening every pin on its CPU with an entire mortgage payment of ammunition. Now, I know what you're thinking. Act close. What if I fail? What if I die? That's fine. We all fail, unless you're me. I never fail at anything, probably. Anyway, the goal of these excursions is to get rich or die trying. It's basically the company motto. So, don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll be just fine. So don't think about it too hard. Those are problems for your future self. But for now, have a drink, listen to some music, tip Lloyd every penny that you have. Okay, it's back to work, but I need more violence. I need more friendly fire. Having a warranty is a scourge and a curse, and I will do whatever it takes to make it void. Overclocks. I nearly forgot to talk about them, which is a bit weird because I made all of the good ones. Overclocks can do nearly anything. Not enough munitions? Take more bullets. Too many bullets? Shoot them faster. Do you love radiation poisoning? Fat boy. They can turn the ground into lava. Give your enemies a first-class experience in hypothermia. And one of them is even a Beyblade for reasons. There is also a perk system, but we don't have time to cover all of it. Except for one, it reduces friendly fire by 50%. Why would you ever pick this? Now, I'm sure you're concerned about the eradication of the bugs and why I think it's okay. Well, the state of Florida is in a decaying orbit around its star, and eventually it will fall in and be destroyed, so who cares about the ecology? Which reminds me, the sun is going to blow itself up in 7 billion years, so why do we even bother preserving natural life on the Earth? But as for me, I no longer wish to kill bugs and serve under the yoke of capitalism. I yearn for a lunar journey. I am off to the moon. Very special thank you to the patrons who do not yet exist, but they will. I would also like to thank you, the viewer, for watching this all the way through, as this took a few hours to make, as you might have guessed.